The magician takes an ordinary deck of cards and gives them a shuffle. He lets the spectator shuffle the cards also, as much as they want. He then shows the spectator how all the cards in the deck are randomly and fairly mixed up. The spectator agrees, and the magician asks the spectator to stop as he riffles through the cards. Stop? Okay. This is your card, he says. The spectator looks at the card, it's 2 of diamonds, and doesn't show the magician. The magician then instructs the spectator to deal off any number of cards they want from the top of the deck. The spectator does so and stops whenever they want. The magician then instructs the spectator to deal the cards off alternately into 2 different piles. So he does so. He then says, "These cards are magical, and they can reveal to me the value and suit of your card. Here's how." He instructs the spectator to flip over the card on the right pile. It is a 2. He then instructs the spectator to flip over the card on the left pile. It is a 4 of diamonds. This tells the magician that the spectator's card is a 2 of diamonds. The magician is correct, and the spectator is fooled. Here's how that works. This trick requires a normal 52 deck of cards with no cards missing. At the beginning of the trick, both the magician and the spectator shuffle the cards fairly. There is no hidden order to the cards. Here's the first sleight. You need to make sure that the top 2 cards are different suits. Right now, both of the top 2 cards are clubs. So before you fan out the cards to show them to the spectator, fan through the deck briefly and make sure that these 2 cards are different suits. If they are the same suit, then just give it a quick shuffle and do that until they're different. Try to make this inconspicuous. Next, fan out the cards in front of the spectator. I think it's helpful to do it like this instead of in your hands, because both you and the spectator get a clear view of the deck. This is very important for later in the trick. Right now, here's what you do. You need to look at the first card's number and the second card's suit. The first card is a 10, and the second card's suit is our clubs. So right now, you're looking for the 10 of clubs. As the spectator looks at the cards, you're also scanning through the deck. I see the 10 of clubs right here, so this is where the second sleight comes in. Pick up the cards like this, and as you're doing so, wait until your thumb gets to the card, and hold your thumb on it as you pick up the rest of the cards. This is a good position for their card to be in, but if their card was somewhere in the middle of the deck, you need to make the move look inconspicuous. So you kind of have a little break in the cards, and you can locate their card easily. What you need to do now is inconspicuously move this card to the bottom of the deck while keeping the 10 and the 6 on the top. Just like this. Now you need to force this card onto the spectator. Be very careful not to show them that it's on the bottom of the deck. Here's what you do. Riffle through the cards like this. When the spectator tells you to stop, slide off the top packet of cards. But as you do this, slide off the 10 along with them. You need to perform this move very quickly so the spectator doesn't notice what you're doing. And then take this and hand them the forced card. In real time, this looks something like this. Say when? Here? Okay. That's your card. Hold on to it and memorize it. This card goes off to the side. And now here's what you do. These 2 cards should be on the top of the deck. What you do is you ask the spectator to deal off the cards exactly like this, and you need to make sure that they deal off more than 2 cards to make it convincing. So what you can do if they deal off 1 or 2 cards is something like this. You say, great, now I'll choose a number to deal off, maybe 10, and then deal off 10 more cards. You don't need to do this if they deal off 3 or more cards, or really any convincing number of cards. But if they don't deal off enough, then you need to force them to deal off more. Now that they have this, these 2 cards should be at the bottom of the spectator's pile. Now ask the spectator to deal off the cards starting on their left. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like this. It doesn't matter if there's an even or odd number of cards. It will still end up working out. You know there's an even number of cards if the spectator's last card goes in the right pile. If so, you remember that in the right pile, they have the number value, and in the left pile, they have the suit. If their last card ends up in the left pile, then remember the opposite. Now, what you do is you say, these cards are magical, and they can tell me the value and suit of your card. You instruct them to flip over this, and you say, this is the value. Then they flip over this, which is the suit. And you show them that the deck has revealed to everybody the value of their card.
This video is sponsored by me. The first Infinity people who click the link in the description will receive a free lifelong subscription to my channel. And if you change your mind at any point in the future, you can unsubscribe easily and have all $0 refunded immediately at no additional charge. Click the link in the description or go to youtube.com/channel-UCFRDO-dilus4U0GX5GF_EZW?sub_confirmation=1 to claim the subscription. If you didn't catch that the first time, I'm not repeating it. Make sure to tell me in the comments if you tried this trick out on anyone. I'd also be glad to hear a bit of constructive criticism so I can improve my videos as much as possible. I'll catch you in the next one.